Thank you, Chairman Strong. I now recognize the gentleman from New York, Ranking Member Kennedy, for his 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Chairman. And again, thanks to each of you for your testimony. Also, Dr. Ledbetter, thank you for your 30 years of service in the United States Marine Corps. Extremely impressive. So I represent a congressional district, Buffalo-Niagara region in Western New York, and we have our own fair share of extreme weather, and oftentimes it's extreme winter weather. We average over 90 inches of snowfall each winter. A few years back, Christmas weekend, over 48 hours, there was over 50 inches of snow that dropped, along with blinding wind and below zero temperatures. It's a blizzard, Winter Storm Elliott, breaking record numbers. And 47 people perished in my community, just to give you an idea of the impact of this storm. I mentioned earlier in my opening remarks how the local law enforcement used drone technology to find an individual that had been lost in a wooded area using infrared technology. And of course, Chief Fetterman, you're speaking to the impact of drone technology during wildfires, all of these natural disasters that are occurring with more ferociousness and certainly more often. Chief Fetterman, can you describe the importance of testing and piloting drones in emergencies that are caused by these extreme weather events?
Yes, sir. Ranking Member Kennedy, thank you for the question. So certainly, the last time you want to put a drone up is the first time. So what we want to ensure is that our personnel, when they're using drones for life safety, is to ensure they have plenty of opportunities to be prepared and they're well trained. And so we can leverage the technology, example, IR technology in a remote rescue environment safely, professionally, and most importantly, quickly. Time is life in our business. And so having that preparation in blue sky days is most important. That way our folks are ready and prepared to go to work when the time is right.
Thank you. Are there ways the federal government can help with these test cases?
So certainly, as I stated, the support of grants that can assist with the testing process and the training process. For example, recently we used UASI grants for an incident management team training that revolved around drone swarms and aircraft and what would occur. So our personnel, and that was an operational area-wide, county-wide program, test, and training is making us better prepared to respond.
Thank you. And Chief Fetterman, can you speak to how the federal agencies support fire response? I'm personally extremely concerned about the impacts on local first responders that the cuts to FEMA and NOAA will have. Can you speak to the agency's support?
Sure. So certainly there are impacts to the fire service. Specifically under FEMA, U.S. Fire Administration is an essential element for fire service leadership and the American Fire Service. As I stated, the National Fire Academy is the backbone of our leadership. It's analogous to the Navy War College. It is important to our fire service leadership to be educated. Certainly, the grants, as we mentioned, are the funding opportunities to leverage, to get those tools into the hands of the local first responders that are responding on federal responsibility area land. And lastly, our fire department and many fire departments and police departments across this nation participate in the National Urban Search and Rescue System. And that is a system that I have personally deployed within a handful of states and supported local first responders. The National Urban Search and Rescue System and its 28 national task forces is a critical element of FEMA, and it responds on every national disaster. For example, every hurricane, mud and debris flow, flooding, the Surfside building collapse in Florida. Those are elements and areas that those task forces respond and support all the local entities. And I can't say enough about how well and what a cost-effective resource those are, because those aren't federal responders all the time. Those are hosted by the home agencies. So it's a great program.
I have more questions, but I'm out of time. I yield back. Thank you.